page with two of y'all. Thank you for joining me today. Just those two chickens.
Well, it did say it was going to be rainy and cloudy, but when you got up and you looked outside, it was like, yeah. Okay, let's have it.
And we know, I know Dad gonna have her tarp.
Yes.
And I bought me one.
Because then it's not wet.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, we got another one. Oh, yay!
What's her name?
Elise.
Elise. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
Elise making it. She's a barefoot sister. Look.
Oh, yeah. That's the one.
She's a
We did
barefoot
convince her
sister.
to put some shoes on.
To cut grass.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
I'm going to try
That's risking life and limb. Risking life. I'll pull up a little bit. Okay. Let me pull up to the front. This phone. I'll come up to the front more so some more space. That's the first time I ever seen my cup sweat.
Really?
It doesn't sweat. I'm surprised to see you do that.
Look at you. Hi, thank you for joining us.
It was like 7:30. I said, okay, I got 20 more minutes to. I just put some quarters on because I think first I'm sitting my arm. Oh my goodness. So I says I got 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Let's see.
That last bit.
My little crazy dog want to play.
Where you want to be?
Oh, it's
Okay, that's right. Okay.
I got my 3 people. Can you sign in the book, please?
yes.
Thank you.
See how God works?
Listen, he calling for you.
Bella,
He can hear your voice.
Bella. Because I left the door open for her to stay. To stay out.
Oh my God, what is that? He crawled under. I hope he stay under. It looks like a big old spider.
It is.
It's a little lizard.
Oh, there it is.
You don't see no lizard. I've seen these lizards.
He's a dead old spider.
You sure he dead now?
He did.
Color.
He did. I didn't tell you what happened. A gecko got. He used to climb over my office window. I'd be in office and he'd be climbing across. I was like, I hate you. So they
That's what I
said,
told her. I see these lizards in the back. When I move a rock, these little lizards. They don't think they're news.
I haven't seen it.
and I cracked eggs, and they said they're afraid of them. And so, you know what he did? In my flower pot. And I went to dig my flower pot to put plants in, and he jumps out.
Oh my goodness.
I was like,
Was it a little one?
Yeah, they little. I see them
it's like that big. It's like
a
a salamander. Like.
yeah. I
Oh,
see
wow.
them. Sometimes I see them around the back. I don't want them to get in the house. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
They got in the house with Kaya.
are they poisonous or something? You know, I don't mind animals. I mean, I don't like rodents. Anything like a rodent.
I think they eat like mosquitoes and all that stuff, but I killed him because when he jumped out the flower bed, I had that little
That's it.
scoop.
You killed it?
I killed it. He scared me.
Funny.
He scared me. I was like, oh no, you can't do this. I ain't seen one since.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're gonna start in child's pose.
You got your report.
I think it's, yeah. Is it recording?
Yeah, my aunt had a
Yeah.
new grandbaby this week.
Okay.
Number 11.
And I can see all 3
Okay.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
One daughter got 5 kids. So she got 4 boys and 1 girl.
That's fertile myrtle.
Okay, so we're gonna start in child's pose. So we're gonna come down to our knees and bring our knees down to the width of our mat. And we're gonna bring our big toes together and place our feet on the mat. Place them on the mat and sit back on your heels. And reach over, bend down. And reach with your hands extended forward. We're gonna release into downward facing dog. We're gonna lift our exterior up. Come on our knees, curl our toes under, lift up on all fours, and lift our hips up to the sky into downward facing dog. Your heels should be flat on your mat. And press your hands into the earth and spread your fingers open and lift your hips up. We're going to jump towards our hands or walk. Lift halfway, hands on your shins and head hanging down. Now grab the opposite elbows and hang down, and you can twist right to left, or you can keep still. We're going to reach up, hands in prayer position to the heart center for 3 ohms. Breath in and release. Breath in and om. 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 Breath in, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. A breath in and a breath out. Breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. Jump forward, walk to your hands. Lift halfway. Fold forward. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift into chaturanga. Into up dog and downward facing dog. Now with downward facing dog, you want to make sure that your feet are flat on your mat. So if you want to get your feet flat on the mat first, and then come down and walk your hands forward, but keep making sure that your feet stay flat on the mat, and lift your tailbones up. Breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. Jump forward, lift halfway, forward fold, reach up, fold forward, halfway lift, chaturanga. Into up dog, downward facing dog, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, and a breath out. Jump forward, halfway lift, forward fold, reach up, fold forward, halfway lift, into chaturanga. into up dog, downward facing dog, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, jump forward, lift halfway, fold forward, reach up, forward fold, halfway lift, into chaturanga. Into up dog, downward facing dog, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, a breath in, and a breath out, jump forward, halfway lift, forward fold, and go into queen chair. Queen chair, your feet, big toes touching, bring your feet together. Lift your arms up and sit back like you're sitting in a chair. Breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, and a breath out. Forward fold, halfway lift, into chaturanga.
I gotta go let that dog out. My mom's
Okay.
asleep.
Okay, no problem.
Get up.
Okay. Into up dog, downward facing dog. Now step your right foot up to your hand for warrior one. Bring your feet up if you need to make sure that the thigh is parallel on the mat, parallel to the mat. Your left foot should be slightly turned to point to the outer corner of the left side of your mat. And you're lunging and your hands are up into warrior one. Your hips should be squared to the center, facing forward. Square your hips. We're going to take a breath in, a breath out, a breath in. Can you lunge a little bit more? A breath out. One more breath in, and a breath out. And fold forward into chaturanga. Into up dog, downward facing dog, step your left foot up for left foot warrior one. Make sure that your thigh is lunged. Your right foot is slightly turned so that it points to the outer corner of the right of your mat, right top mat. Hips squared forward, kind of try to turn your hips leftward so that they're forward. And a breath in, a breath out, breath in, left leg, breath out, breath in, breath out, fold forward into chaturanga. You can drop down to that one knee if you need to. Into upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. A breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. Warrior one on the right. Bring that right foot up. Make sure your hips are squared. Bring your elbows close to your ears. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. A breath out. Fold forward and release into chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Warrior one on the left leg. Bring that left foot up. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And a breath out. Fold forward, release into chaturanga. Into up dog. Into downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Warrior one on the right leg. Breath in. Breath out. Turn your hands forward, to face each other. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And a breath out. Fold forward, release into chaturanga. Into up dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot step, warrior one. Breath in. A breath out. A breath in. A breath out. Breath in. And a breath out. Fold forward, release into chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Warrior one on the right leg. Breath in. Breath out. Lunge those legs. Breath in. A breath out. Breath in. And a breath out. Fold forward, release into chaturanga. Into upward dog. Into downward facing dog. Left foot step, warrior one. Lunge those legs. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And a breath out. Fold forward. Release into chaturanga. Into upward dog. Into downward facing dog. A breath in. A breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Jump forward. Lift halfway. Forward fold. Into queen chair. Bring your feet together. Arms lifted up. And sit back like you're sitting in a chair. Breath in. A breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And a breath out. Now fold forward. Halfway lift. Into chaturanga. Into up dog. Into downward facing dog. Warrior one on the right leg. And we're going to turn into warrior two. We'll breathe in. Breathe out. Make sure those legs are lunged. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Turn the right hand upward. And reverse. Feel that stretch in the left side. And release into chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Left foot step, warrior one. And we're going to turn into warrior two. And a breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. When you're breathing out, pull your belly button back to your back. And when you're breathing in, fill your stomach up and your stomach is going to come outward. So breath in and a breath out. Turn your left hand up to the sky. Reverse. When you reverse, you can bring your right hand down the side of your right leg and feel that stretch on the right side of your body. And reverse into chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out, a breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. Now bring your feet together while you're still in downward facing dog. Make sure your big toes are touching. And lift up your right leg for a three-legged dog. Go into a side plank. If you can't turn like this on this left leg, you can drop that left knee and still lift up that leg and reach up your right arm and turn to the side for a side plank. Turn to the right, to the side for the side plank. You want to do a half bind, so you want to take your right arm and bring it behind your back. And you want to release into chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Bring your feet together, big toes touching in downward facing dog. And lift your left leg up for three-legged dog. Side plank to the left. Left arm is up. Bind that left arm behind your back. And release into chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Jump forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Right leg step warrior one. Into warrior two. This time we're going to do a side angle on the right. You're going to take your right elbow and bring it down to your right knee. And lunge that leg as much as you can. Bind that left hand behind your back. And release into chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Jump forward. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Reach up. Warrior one on the left leg. Into warrior two. And take your left elbow and bring it down to your left knee for a side angle twist. Take your right hand and bind it behind your back and release into chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Jump forward. Lift halfway. Forward fold. Reach up. Now go into king chair. King chair, your feet are open to the width of your shoulders, and you're gonna sit back, and you're gonna bring your hands together and twist to your right. Now split your left hand down outside of the right foot. Right arm is extended up. Bind the right arm behind your back and go into monkey pose. You're going to take your forefingers and curl them around your big toe and kind of pull up on your big toe as you hang down from your waist. Head is dropped. Then release into a deep squat. It's called a crow. You want to bring your feet to the width of your mat, and you want to come down and bring your hands together. And if you want, you can put your elbows on top of your knee, and that can help you straighten your back up a little bit more. And the whole time we're still breathing in and out. We're going to release into chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. We're going to jump forward. Lift halfway, forward fold, reach up, and go into king chair. Bring your hands together and twist to your left. You want to try to make sure that your left shoulder is turned where it's pointing directly up to the sky. Extend your right hand down outside of your left foot and reach up with your left hand. Bind your left hand behind your back and go into gorilla pose. You want to scoop your hands under your feet and stand on your feet, and your elbows should fall out to the side as you sit back like you're sitting in a chair. This is called the gorilla pose. You want to release out of that into crow, deep squat. You want your feet to come out to the width of your mat and come down into the crow position. We're going to release into chaturanga. Into up dog. Into downward facing dog. We're going to do a crescent lunge on the right foot. You're going to come up. It's almost like a warrior one, with the exception that your left heel is going to be lifted off of the mat. So you want to bring your left leg back, far back enough where your right leg is lunged and the left heel is lifted off of the mat. Your arms up, bring your hands together and twist to the right. Drop your left hand down on the outside of your right leg. Right arm is extended up. Bind it behind your back and release into chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Then we're going to crescent lunge on the left leg. You want to get deep into that lunge. The right heel is lifted off the mat. Bring your hands together and twist to the left. Extend your right hand down outside of your left foot. Lift up your left arm. Bind it behind your back and release into chaturanga. into upward facing dog, into downward facing dog. Jump forward, lift halfway, fold forward, reach up. Then we're going to do an eagle on the right. So you want to take your right foot, cross it around your left leg. If you can't do it like this, it's okay to keep your toe pointed down on the mat. You want to take your right arm, bring it down like this. Take your left arm and bring it under your right arm. And now you want to kind of sit like you're going to sit in a chair and bring your elbows out forward. And that's the eagle on the right. Or you can grab your shoulders, opposite shoulders. We're going to reach up and lift up, and we're going to do the same thing on the left side. Bring your left foot around your right leg. Bring your left arm down like this. Take your right arm, place it under that, or you can grab onto your shoulders. Sit back like you're sitting in a chair. Lift your elbows, and this is eagle on the left. We're going to reach up and release out of this, and we're going to do it again, an eagle on the right. Reach up, release, and do an eagle on the left. Up. Now we're going to do a dancer on the right. A dancer is you're going to take your right arm and bring it back and catch your right ankle. Once you get that balance, you want to lean forward and try to kick that leg out. Extend your left arm. Dancer on the right. Release out of that and do dancer on the left. One side is stronger than the other. Obviously. Release out of that, dancer on the right. It's hard. Catch your balance. Get in there where you can. Release. Dancer on the left. And release. And reach up. We're going to do a tree on the right. You want to bring your right foot, place it on your left leg below your knee or above your knee. Your hands can be lifted up, or your hands can come together and you can bring them down to heart center for a tree on the right. You're going to release out of that, reach up and do a tree on the left. Breathing in and out really helps your balance. Catch your balance when you can. It's okay if you fall over a little bit. Just rejoin us when you can. Release out of that. Another tree on the right. Into a tree on the left. and release out of that. And we're going to do a triangle on the right. You're going to go into a warrior one position on your right, into a warrior two, and you're just going to come down to bring your right hand down to your right foot, touching your mat, extending your left arm up, and we're going to come up and we're going to turn to the left side, and we're going to come down, bring your left hand down to the outside of your left foot, and your right arm is extended up. We're going to come out of that into a warrior two position, into a 5-star triangle, and we're going to fold forward. Straddle, stand and bend, fold. We're going to pyramid over to the right, so you want to fold your arms over to the right leg, and then fold your arms over to the left leg. Okay, we're going to come down to our mats for some heart openers and lay on your stomach for some locusts. You want to bring your arms down by your side. Bring your arms down by your side. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift the top parts and the bottom parts of our bodies up off the mat like we're flying. And your hands are also going to be lifted. So this is called a locust. We're going to do 3 of them. So lift up into locust. Breathe in and out. Release down. Come into locust again. Release. Locust. And release. And now we're going to go into bow. You want to grab your heels. Grab both of your heels. And once you grab onto your heels, you want to lift the top part of your body. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. And lift the top part of your body and kick your legs out. This is bow. Release down. Kick into bow again. Breathing in and out really helps. Release. Bow again. And release and turn over on your back for bridge work. So bridge, your hands are going to be to your side, and you're going to lift your hips up off the mat. So lift your hips up into bridge. Press your hands down into your mat and widen your fingers open. Press your feet down into your mat and lift your hips high as they can go. You can walk your feet back to your buttocks if you want to and lift. Release, bring it down. Bridge again. Release. One more bridge. Release. Now we're going to do some core work. You want to stretch your legs out in front of you. We're going to do 20 crunches. Lift up your right leg. Hands behind your head for 20 crunches. Crunch up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Bring your right leg down. Lift your left leg up for 20 crunches. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Bring both legs up for 20 crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Keep your legs up. Bring them down halfway and stop. Bring them down 2 inches off the mat and stop. Bring them up halfway and stop. 2 inches off the mat, stop. Halfway, stop. 2 inches off the mat, stop. Halfway, stop. 2 inches off the mat, stop. One more halfway, stop. 2 inches off the mat, stop. And bring them all the way down. Now we're going to do some boats. Boats, you're going to come up and grab onto the back of your thighs. And if you're advanced, you can let go of the back of your thighs and bring your hands out to the side. But what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way down. I can't do it. And we're going to come back into boat again. Get there how you can get there. Just make an effort. Boat, I'm on a hill, so let me see if I come up this way. Boat, release. Boat, release. Another boat, release. One more boat and release into waterfall. Waterfall, you're going to bring your legs up and you want to kind of put your hands under your buttocks and bring your legs up. And if you can lift, rock back and lift up into a waterfall. Okay, and release down. We're going to come on our knees. Well, actually, we're going to stand up. Stand up because we're going to do the deepest lunge. So you want to kind of get into a warrior one position. I'm going to walk you into it, guide you into it. You're going to get into a warrior one position, and you want to drop your left knee down. And you want to come down on your elbows. So you might have to extend that left leg out, come down on your elbows, and let your knee fall to the side on your right leg. If you can't come all the way down on your elbows, you can lift up on your hands. Just let that leg fall to the side. This is called a deep lunge on the right. And then we're going to do a deep lunge on the left. Let that left leg fall to the side. We're going to release into a pigeon on the right. Bring your right foot forward and bring it to the side. Turn it to the left, like to the left, and come down and sit on it. Sit back. And that right heel should be in your groin. And your left leg should be back, straight back. And you want to come down on your elbows and kind of like sit to the side, to the right side, and lean forward, and you'll feel that stretch. That's a pigeon on the right. And we're going to release into a pigeon on the left. And we're going to come up and sit down, legs stretched out in front of you. And we're going to fold forward for a forward bend. Grab your toes. Fold forward. And open your legs. And fold forward. Forward bend. Now fold over to your right leg. And fold over to your left leg. Now bring your feet together for a bound angle. This grass is like really lumpy right here. I'm trying to find it. So grab onto your ankles and take your elbows and press your knees down. Feel that stretch.
Feel that pain.
Huh?
Feel that pain.
Oh, it is painful, especially mine. My right leg is like, stop it. So like the more I do it, the more it'll go away. Oh, okay, so we're gonna come down on our backs now. Stretch your legs out in front of you. And you want to lift your left knee up to your chest. Take your hands and grab a hold onto it. And then twist it over to the right side. Extend your left arm to the side. And as you're twisting your left leg to the right, take your head and look to the right. And twist. And now we're going to come to the center. We're going to do the same thing. Take the right leg, bring it up to your chest. Grab onto that knee and twist it over to the left side and extend your right arm out to the side and take your hand over to the left. Twist to the right. Breathe out all of that stress that you had during the week. Breathe in all positivity. Listen to nature. Let it soothe you. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. Release all the pain, the anxiety, the negativity. Breathe it out. Push it out. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Open your eyes. Come to a seated position of your choice. Whew. Reach up. Bring your hands together. Bring them to heart center for 3 ohms to close out. Breath in. Bring your thumbs to your forehead center. I'd like to thank you for allowing me this time to guide you into yoga and meditation. I hope that it was enjoyable, and I hope to see you again soon, and have a great weekend. Namaste. Y'all wasn't breathing hard like me. Y'all must be in shape.
No, we are far from in shape.
I was sweating.
I saw you were sweating.
Breathing like a dog.